Hello and welcome to Late Night Creatures, the only late night show where I draw monsters. Well, me personally, I'm sure there's other late night shows in which people draw monsters, but, well, I don't know of them. Anyways, it's October, which means for people in the artist community, it's Inktober. Now, I know that Inktober is one of those things that it's supposed to be, physical drawing, like just on paper. But me personally, for my formatting purposes, it's much easier to just go digital. But to compensate for that, I'm going to make a solemn promise that I will not undo, erase, or in any way, shape, or form get rid of black marks I make with black ink on this canvas. And if I do, I will completely scrap this current workspace I'm working in and start again. So the Inktober theme for this month is roasted. So I'm going in this. I can't erase, I can't undo. It's a fun little challenge for me to sort of plan ahead as I draw more than I usually do. So when you get roasted, I guess the best place for me personally to start would maybe be to just draw some fire in here carefully. This whole not erasing thing stresses me out because it's a habit to undo a line I don't like. But that's sort of the spirit of things here. As it is also the spookiest time of the year, I'm going to try and keep my drawings extra spooky for this wonderful month of October. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I can't wait. Very excited. I'm still working on figuring out a costume, but we'll see where that goes. I'm not going to bore you with my costume hunting stories. So that's some nice fire. It's a nice basic fire shape there. Yeah. So we have this nice basic fire. Now where to take it from here? So it's roasted, so not necessarily burning. So maybe if I could just, real quick, I can do this. I'm going to allow myself to do this just because I'm going to utilize my tools here. I'm just going to move this fire down here so we have a nice sort of general bed of coals to work off of for the roasting. Now I guess the most common thing and probably best thing to do would be to sort of make a spit-like structure and not mess it up on this first try. Kind of did there, but you know what? Gonna work with it. That's what we gotta do. Just gotta sort of roll with the punches on this one. Alright. So we have our nice spit here. So what should be cooking in you? Well, I guess now would be the good time to add our creature. So let's give him just a nice gaunt mouth. I don't know, that's not gaunt. This is actually a very nice wide full mouth. It's the opposite of gaunt. Have him come around like so, thin out, and then stretch back out and give him just these nice little Legomuffins coming around here. Give him his toes. Alright. Good. Nice, fun place to start. I'm trying to keep this scary, but this is ridiculous, so it's going to be difficult. But you know what? That's alright. We will, we're just going to do it. I quite literally am very unsure of how best to handle this, and I don't like that I can't erase. I haven't had the urge to yet. Nothing's happened that I can't really want to erase that. Nothing else though has happened that I can't deal with. Yeah, alright. Make it a little gross here. There we go. It's a nice Alright, well, that's... There we go. Gotta fix that up there. So that's more even, as it should be. So color this in here and around like so, and bing bang boom. I believe when I zoom out, we should have a nice general body on a spit. Yeah, perfect. That's what I was looking for. Start adding in some wrinkles here. Make him look a little more desperate. Because right now he seems a little too... He seems kind of alright with what's going on. So we should, you know, remedy that. If you meet someone without teeth, run. Unless they have false ones, in which case they're still trying to maintain their humanity. But if they don't, I'd recommend you move away, because they're probably a lizard. Especially if they have just rows of tiny teeth, then they're definitely a lizard. And you should not hang around them anymore. Because he's getting a little fishy here. And you know what? That's a-okay with me. He can be our little fish boy. He has his curved toes and fantastic. Really just a wonderful, wonderful gentleman. I don't know what to do about these arms, because I didn't leave a space here for them to go. So I guess I'm gonna have to just figure out why. Okay, you know what? Yeah, just give them some nice little, to match the feet, some nice little just malnourished claw arms. Wonderful. I don't know what's going on over here, but we can figure that out. So these maybe come out a little more. We can give this a bit of a shoulder. And then this eye here. I don't know how to make that eye scarier. Give it a nice crease. Give it a few creases. Why not? That way it's a little more crinkled. Now I should probably make it clear that he's getting like roasted and isn't just over the fire. Because the theme is roasted for this this day of Inktober, so we should probably, you know, work that in. And I think this is I'm about to run a risk, because I might try and use an airbrush, which might yield problems, because I still can't erase. But you know what? That's working fine for our current purposes. This works. Yeah, that's a nice even-ish roast across there. Wonderful. Yeah. So let's darken him up a bit. But yeah, that airbrush, that works like a charm. This counts as ink, by the way, because you can do this with a pen if you know what you're doing. I'm just saving time on the detailing by using the airbrush tool. So, you know, no one can blame me for that, because this is a show with a time limit. As such, I need to run that time limit. But wonderful. That's roasting if I've ever seen it. So this is Roasty Tom. He's the meal. So I guess now we should probably draw the person eating the meal. Man, yeah, that worked out great. That airbrush worked out great. That's exactly the look I wanted, which is rare, especially for this show, that I get almost exactly the look I want. Now let's, yeah, alright, just start off with a nice sort of boomerang shaped mouth here. Let's see. Teeth without erasing is fun. Honestly, it's good to do teeth without erasing because it gives them more character and more form. So you can have just a little more fun with them. But yeah, he is definitely our nice little. I don't know if this would be cannibalistic because they're clearly not the same species, but he's our nice little cook. Yeah. And if he is a cannibal, then he is. But I haven't drawn the rest of him yet. So we'll make that decision when we come to it, I suppose. Which is the case with a lot of things we do here on this show. So just sort of roll with it. Again, using the fill bucket, it counts as ink because I'm just using it to save time. There we are. All right. That's a good mouth to start off. It kind of looks like the mouth from the cover of Hitchhiker's Guide, which I'm all right with. Fantastic book, so that's probably why I think that's what it was, because that probably is what was in my head when I thought about this big smile. Give him this nice chin, and let's give him just the kindest eyes you've ever seen on someone like this. So let me draw his nose. I'll just sort of do this nice, like Captain Knuckles almost. Didn't work out great, but it didn't work out awful. Nose, and then maybe just these nice little beady. And those aren't the level of scare that I'm looking for. Maybe something more angry. He's looking silly, but I'll fix it. I swear. Swear I'll fix it. There we go. That's better. That's better. So we have our wonderful little Eatman, our man who eats. Go up here. I'm gonna give him some nice tufty hairs. There we go. Wonderful. Alright. That's not wonderful, actually. That's not very good hair, but give me a sec. I'll work it out. I know what I'm doing. Because I can draw. So I know what's going on here. There we go. Just give it a bit more of... There we go. That's what we needed. Just a bit more... Yeah, and then we can have just some wrinkle lines here. You can add in that part. I forget what that's called. I knew what it was called at one point. Yeah, there we are. Now that is a monster ready to feast. Creature ready to feast. This isn't late night monsters. It's late night creatures. Hold on. I'm not going to draw legs for him. For no real reason other than I don't want to worry about drawing legs for him. Also, I think big hulking figures in cloaks are scary. So, if you want to scare me, dress as a big hulking figure in a cloak. And about to undo, because I did mess up. But that's alright, because I'll just fix it, I guess. Yeah, alright, I'll handle that later. Dang. I was doing so well too, but that was a very significant mess up of perspective there. That if I could erase would be very easy to get rid of, but I've handicapped myself. So what are you gonna do? Anyways, I think he sort of just has, like sleeves, as most things do, but then he just sort of has just a nice Kashink knife coming out of one ear. Good. Awesome. fantastic knifage. I mean, it's all right, you know. So he has his trademarked knife. His name is Betsy. And I'm gonna do the other hand next. Don't you worry. I'm definitely going to do the other hand in a bit, but he's silly looking. That's fine. And for this hand, I think maybe we'll just do because I don't want to really, yeah. I think we'll just do more of a hook structure. Like a pirate hook structure there. And then we can move in and just put in our little fork. Not even a big, scary one. It's just a normal salad fork there. Wonderful. There we are. Alright. Making some good progress here. I want to detail this face more though, because this isn't nearly gross enough for what this person's doing. Let's see, where else can I add some lines? I can definitely add some more going around and bulging out like that. Maybe add some, oh yeah, that does it. There we go. That helps a bit. Alright, and then we have, jump in here and we can do, what else? What else? Let's see. You at the point that I want you to be at? Yeah, you are. I could add a bit more to this area here. Stretch that a bit more. I could actually, and then stretch this. Yeah, there we go. I need to stretch that. Yeah. Alright, cool. It all pulls out from there. Awesome. Fantastic. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, now this is getting to... Now it's getting to scary territory. Those blood shots really did the trick there, huh? Let's see, what else can I add? This body looks very barren. I want to do more with it, but I didn't really set myself up to do more with it. So here's how I can do more with it. Well, I'll do that actually later. I have a plan. I have a plan on what to do with that body to make it just have more of a presence. We'll give this chin a bit more bulbousness and maybe even scrunch it a bit. There we go. And that nose is a monstrosity. I want to lump that up a bit more. Let's make sure it's extra. Maybe add some warts and such onto it. Nice. All right. He's a wonderful man. So we can also have what else? I'll just roughen that background there. So I can should have done that second I drew that spit, because that would have helped me with perspective. But bing bong ding dong, you're dang right, person, Mr. Basin, you're dang right. So we have oh, I can also pull that and have that pulling those sleeves a bit. There we are. That might be a little too much, but I can't erase it. I'm not moving on to a new canvas. I've done too much. Oh, that would be awful to accidentally erase and then go to a new canvas from here. That would not be a fun time. Not in the slightest. Alright. Wow. He's a nice... This is an awful scene. Well, this is... Well, Inktober Day 3, roasted. Consider yourself done. Done by me. Alright, so for the back, for his body here, I'm just going to use our shading color and give that a bit more bit more of a presence there. So now it's, yeah. So now it's, now it's shadows. And I can also shade over that because I bumped down the opacity. So, cool. So that works out great. Well, this was really fun. I like this one. This is one of my favorites in a while. It's a top-notch drawing. Ooh, tired. If you're excited for Halloween, prove it. I don't know how, but the best way to prove you're excited for Halloween is to get an X-ray, a full-body X-ray of your skeleton and post it on social media. That's the new trend that I want to start. Is the spooky skeleton challenge, which is where you just get an X-ray done, and that's it. That's the challenge. Cool. So since he's right over that fire, I need to shade him differently than the big scary man behind him. Because whoa, what? How do I feel about the U.S. declaring war on Iran just now? I haven't seen that. I'll have to look at that later. If we did, okay, that's probably not good. Anyways, off of that subject. I think that, yeah, so he's right above the fire here, which means that I have to shade him from the light's coming from a different source. So I have to shade him from the bottom, not from the side like I do for most of my drawings, which is, it's not harder. It's just a different perspective. And it'll make it look a little different than the drawings we usually do here. Alright. I must say, though, this is not too bad. Could be worse for the challenge I gave myself. No erasing, no undoing is a pretty good for that. Let's see. Alright. Man. I feel bad for this creature that I put in this predicament. We also haven't named any of our creatures for this one. Yeah, okay. Person who said the Iran thing, you're joking with me. I'm glad you are, because that's freaked me out a little bit, not gonna lie. But, I'm too tired to deal with that stuff, man. So this is a wonderful thing. I forget what I was talking about. Full honesty. Oh yeah, I was talking about light, wasn't I? Or I was talking about, forget it. So, oh right, names. I was talking about names. Jeez. So I guess, since he's eating another person, I'm going to name this one, Queequeg. And if you get that reference, good for you. And if you don't, that's alright too. The book's not that great. And then I guess this little roasting man will probably be, Stretchlington. Stretchlington and Queequeg. They winning team, if I do say so myself. I'm actually going to shade this fire, and I'm going to shade it in a color that's different from the rest of the shading I've done, which is something that I do sometimes on this show. It's not something I do often, but it happens every now and then. No. Oh, I can't erase. No, that's alright. I don't have to erase. It would have made it quicker, but I'll just color it in manually and then go to this and color it in that way. Alright. Bam. Bam. Then we can get a yellow. I'm using multiple colors. An orange. And there we go. There we have it, folks. Can even, real quick. Let's go here. This is the most, this is probably the highest level of shading that I've done on a Late Night Creatures. And, you know, gives me some pride to be doing that. Sort of make this sort of bleed in and try and show some charring and burning with it. And, yeah. You're here finally. I hate to tell you that I think we're about done with this drawing for this episode. I think that this is a good one. You know, I think that we've done a very good thing. Well, not very good, but hey, it's spooky and it's Spooktober, which means, you know, you gotta do the spooks, and this is pretty spook. Hopefully, as the month progresses, I'll be able to do a bit more spooky stuff. So it's you know, just as spooky as can be. By the time we reach October, by the time we reach Halloween, and I do the Late Night Creatures live. Not this live, it's a different live. You'll see what happens. I talked about it before, I'm not going to talk about it again. On that note, this is a good episode. I'm very tired, but I'm also proud of myself. And I guess that's all. So I'll see you next week. And yeah, bye.